And everything. I thought we were treated worse than criminals.
Yeah.
We couldn't talk. You couldn't talk in the dormitory. You couldn't talk in the refectory. No wonder I had 2 knee replacements. Dad, you're down on your knees scrubbing floors and praying and what have you. You had no choice. You had to go to mass every morning. You had to go every evening. This religion, they bit into you. I mean, they did used to hit me and that. But what I seen done to other people was shocking. Absolutely shocking. And I mean, don't forget, I'm literally illiterate. And the reason for that, because when I went to school, nothing went in my head. I was that traumatised.
And I wasn't educated enough to
Hear.
We all went to typing classes and that, but I hadn't got the confidence. But when you were sat in this room with all these people, sort of, you had to talk to them.
Yeah.
And I remember in this room, I could hear this banging all the time. Banging, I was wondering, what's that banging? They kept asking me questions, and it wasn't until they'd finished I realised it was my foot going like that.
Yeah.
My nerves. I was actually sitting there banging it. They must have thought I was an idiot. It was terrible.
And at the end of the day, whichever way you look, we're still Irish. The fact that we brought up a different way, we're still Irish. Will you actually go anywhere there's a lot of Irish people?
Yes.
Some function or whatever, party and everything. You still don't mention the fact that you were in institutions, because it's not accepted. You can't have a conversation with them about Ireland anywhere, because you don't know any part of Ireland, because you were inside 4 walls, as it were.
Yes.
You didn't go about, and you didn't know, except for the old history and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You didn't have a clue. The one thing I'd say about the survivors, if you talk to all the survivors, myself being one of them, I think, to be quite honest here, we've all got a lot of common sense. We're not educated, don't get me wrong. None of us are educated to the point of brilliance or even standard, really. But we've all got reasonable common sense.
I think when my 2 sisters were sent away as domestics to Northern Ireland, I'd lost everything, because they were the only 2 people I knew. It certainly helped me an awful lot. It helped me because I didn't know my family, but it's what you've done for us. We're kind of a family now, and we can talk together about things, which to me is important. And I know these people better than I know my own family. You know, to me, my own brothers, I never got to know them. And my 2 older sisters, they stayed with my father after my mother died. And the rest of us then, we were all split up again.
There's a bigger part to this, isn't it, I think, myself.
We're not like a big
Because
family.
we lived basically two lives for a long time.
Yes.
We lived what was the institutions within us.
Yes.
We never spoke to anyone about for years. Don't matter where you worked. And you lived your normal life every day talking to the people you're working with. They never really came together. It was only when we actually came to the redress board, and while we was together, we was able to talk about our past.
Yes.
Because we all
Yeah,
experienced the same thing.
Yes.
So we didn't feel guilty or
Yeah.
frightened to speak out
No.
because of all the different institutions. That was the difference, and it lifted a lot of weight. So whenever we meet, we can talk about the institutions without feeling guilty.
We're a dying breed. You know,
Not many of us left now.
there's not many of us left, so
It's nice when we all meet up.
It is, yeah.
We wouldn't have known each other otherwise, would
We
we?
wouldn't.
It's crucial, absolutely
Yeah,
crucial
yeah.
that charities continue. Because simple fact, if you actually disband, if the charities finish working with us as a group of people, it's a large group of people, it's not a couple of people. If they finish working with us, we become individuals again. So who do we talk to about our problems? Or who else can we actually communicate on the same level?
yeah.
There isn't anybody. So we don't have the charities, we go back into our shells. When we feel a bit down about our past or what happened to us in the institutions, we wouldn't have anyone to talk to about it.
Yes.
So that would make a hell of a difference to our mental health and our physical health.